All right, here we go. High State, Michigan. Here we go. Play one. So I planned to put out a Michigan preview. Kept getting copyrighted, so I've figured out I've got to slow things down. So sorry for the slow mo here on some of these clips, but I'm gonna start it with slow mo. So Michigan starts out in 5 up. Now in previous film they were showing a lot of 5-man fronts. They're also showing just base 4-man fronts. I thought they played a lot better in 4. Anytime they got into 5-man fronts and a 5-2 look here, I thought they struggled mightily doing so. They just run fits weren't good. Coverage structure wasn't great. I don't think their back end really matched or mixed well with their front, and I think you saw that on Saturday as well. Right out of the gate, Ohio State takes a shot, which I think is awesome. Okay, you're going to get a pressure. You're going to get a will run through. Just turns into a cover one. You've got one high. You got a low rat coming from the mic. So he's your low rat player. And then you've got a pressure on from your weak safety. I'm going to slow it down here. Okay, you've got a backside dig as your, almost as your check down. You're just trying to throw the one-on-one shot ball to Carnell. Okay, Carnell typically comes up with these. Okay, just a missed shot opportunity. Now, the talk from me has been their pass pro. So now I thought they held up really well Saturday in pass pro. So to start out here, you'll see, okay, I talked about the 5-man front. You've got wide 9. You got 2 wide 9s, I should say. Okay, you got a 3 shade, and he's in a 5 tech. So you got a 5-man front. It's a little different look for your offensive line. It looks like we 4-man slide this, and we lock with the tackle here. He's going to let the furthest man go in protection to the tight end. Tight end's going to be your C-gap player. Okay, it looks like we're going to slide here into the boundary. So if you think in terms of protection, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're going to count the back, that's 8 in protection with a 2-man route. So there shouldn't be any problems when it comes to protection here. Everybody holds up. Everybody does a great job here. All right, so that's play one. So you got 3-by-1. You're gonna kick out the Y as your new 1. He's gonna finish as your new 1. I need to move something off the screen here. There we go. So it looks like we're just gonna get your basic curl flat, one of Ohio State's favorite concepts. Looks like we're going to check it backside to Jeremiah. He's got the one-on-one look, so they're going to check this to a vert. So he's going to finish out to be your outside player. You've got a curl. You have your middle curl. Typically backside, you'll have a curl here. Okay, but with the them playing bump and run, okay, converts it to an outside fade release. Okay, and you'll see that Jeremiah beats him off the snap. Okay, DB's and trail technique. So if we want to throw back shoulder, probably not a good idea. Okay, you've got safety here up on the hash, and he'll be able to play that to the sideline closer to the 50. Okay, you want to throw that sucker here into the 40. And you want to put a little bit of air on it. It's not a shot ball, but you want to put a little bit of air on it to put it over this DB. Now he's got eyes on the ball on the quarterback, so he can play off the ball. Now you can throw that back shoulder if his eyes are on Jeremiah, but they're on the ball, so he's able to react to the ball. In terms of protection here, let's check it out. Looks like Bob protection here, yep. Because on the snap, you've got 5. Okay, they're going to have everybody out and around, so you got your 5 on their 5, so you're just going to bob it. So that's going to be just big on big protection. Tackle's going to be out. Okay, guard's uncovered, so he can use the inside hand to help here, but keep eyes backside. See if he does. So his eyes go straight outside. Okay, center should be able to take care of the nose. Okay, guard should be able to take care of the 3. You're up on the wide 9, wide 5, I should say. Center does a good job. Good leverage. Sits his ass down. Okay, we're helping. Okay, with the 5. Really good job of keeping our shoulders square here. Really good job backside too with the tackle. Look at that position he's in. He's able to react to the inside move to get his hands inside. Okay, his ass is down, so he's able to have leverage. So that's just on your cue. I'm just looking at the guy that's talking to Jeremiah when you're not on the field. That boy right here, 19. All right, so now we're here. We're going to be in 2x2. You got 11 personnel. Okay, the front, Michigan's front here. Again, okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 up. Okay, so you got a 5-man front. Some people call it a 50. Some people just call it a base odd, where you're just bumping down your ends and then you're walking up your outside backers. Okay, I just called it 50 front. So we motion to FIB, which is formation in the boundary, run GT counter. Ohio State's run GT counter really well this year. All right, so we motion to see if we get a man or a zone look, because it makes a difference when you're blocking it up if it's man or zone. Okay, so if you're going to follow with it, obviously you're going to get man. So if we want to draw it up, we should be down. And this is a great concept to a 5-man front. So everybody should be down. Okay, down. Center's going to be back here. Okay, guard's going to pull to kick. Okay, backside tackle is going to be up through with it. Okay, all depending on how you want to deal with this guy. Typically, you want to read it. See, it doesn't look like there's any. And then they've got a quick screen RPO. So we're going to block it up. Okay, if you've got a 2-on-3, you can take it. But on this snap, okay, you've got 3. Okay, versus your 3. Okay, you just want to give that thing, and then you'll see his eyes here is on the end man line of scrimmage. So if he's going to come down with it, he's able to pull and maybe throw this. So that would be not a pass screen option. That's your typical RPO run pass option. All right, so we can draw it up again. It's easier to see it from the back end view. So you've got what we call a shade. Okay, you got a 5 tech. Okay, you got a tight end, so you got a wide 9, so he's going to be a 9 tech. Okay, backside you have a 3. Okay, and you have a really wide 5 technique, which helps you in this situation since you're going GT counter. So tight end should be down. Okay, on the 5. Guard should be The tackle should also be down. We can combo this if we call the combo out, and then we're gonna climb to the backside backer. Okay, guard should be down here on the shade. Center should be back on the wide 3, which is a really hard block. Guard, pull to kick. Okay, the 9. Tackle up through with it. Okay, linebacker here, because we've got trips into the boundary. Okay, he's pushed a trip, so I'm sure their Mike. Yep, so the Mike's here. Mike is pushed over 3. Okay, Will is a 20 backer in this situation, so you've got no backside support. They're in a 5-man front, so they can't play another linebacker there. So it's either safety's got to come down or he's got to fit from the 3rd level. So you're outnumbered if you're able to hit this quick enough. So it looks like we do combo this thing and then climb. Okay, guard's down on it. We're pulling the kick. See if we can get to his inside shoulder. Beautiful. Okay, so they're trying to wrong arm it. They want to box it to get it to come inside. So we should kick it out instead of trying to reach it. Okay, so then my tackle should be here right up through. Beautiful. Great cut by the back. That's how gap scheme should look right there. All right, 2x2, 11 personnel. Looks like we're going GY counter, front, same front. We got a 50 front. Don't know if I like this front from Michigan. You got traditional Mike and your Will. So you got a 1 high setting. Are they walking down the safety or is that just a nickel? So they're walking down strong safety over 2 here. So again, they're really just daring you to throw the football. Because Ohio State's outnumbered. So what do we got? GY counter? Forget it. All right, GY counter to this. So let's draw it up real quick. So GY counter. So that's your Y. He's going to be your pull to lead. All right, so we're leaving this guy to pull to kick. Okay, so we should be down. Okay, we can combo this. Okay, into the backside linebacker. Center should be back on the shade. Okay, guard, pull to kick, the wide 5. Okay, tight end, it's a little bit further past, so it might take a little bit longer. I think that's why GT is working so well for them, is because it hits faster. Okay, we're going to pull to lead to 23. Tackle is going to step and hinge for the backside, any backside B-gap penetration. Okay, and you'll see you've got really nobody to block this guy. Okay, depending on any, I don't know how they want to take care of it, but you can read that guy so you can even up your numbers. But this guy can play more of the box. It's hard for this guy to really dig that inside. So he could easily play this inside and make a play. And safety can come down and make the play as well. So he plays this out. So I'm sure it confuses the front. Okay, we're down inside. Okay, he's filling B gap. So if I feel this inside pressure, I'm going to ride this inside. Same here. If I feel this, I'm going to ride it inside. Okay, unfortunately, his eyes are on the backside backer, so he's going to climb. So that should turn into a pull with, whoops. Gotta get back to it. So this, if he's going to climb here, which he does, which that's fine. He's climbing the backside backer. That's his responsibility. Okay, and if he's going to play B gap hard and the end's going to be away, so my pull to kick should be on the linebacker who's fitting B gap here. So it turns into a log. We do it the right way. Okay, so now my tight end should be outside of that, and I should lead up through to the first man who shows. And so the tight end helps the pulling guard, the kick. Okay, it has to go outside. If it doesn't, that's why it's kind of a dead play. Outside zone boot into the boundary. So boot into the boundary. I like that. Again, you're getting the same look from Michigan. 50 front, 2 backers in the box. You got a 2 high setting now instead of a 1 high. So if you're looking at anything pre-snap, okay, nobody's over 2. So what's the down and distance here? So 3rd and 2. I like the call. Typically, you're not going to get boot into the boundary on 3rd and 2 like this. Good tendency breaker. I mean, they're bringing pressure, and their form, or at least their front, is giving away that they're gonna stop the run. So you got a will run through B gap. Got cover 2, corners just not playing at the right, not playing the sideline. He's playing the hash. Gives you enough space there to hit the tight end. So you got, with the 2 tight end set, okay, you've got your corner here. Okay, with the other tight end, you're going to help in protection and knock out of there. Yes, should have some type of drag. Okay, then some type of post, I would assume. Yeah. Good by Julian to get it out quick. 5-man front, nobody blocking the backside end. If he gets in your face, ball's got to come out. So as soon as you see him in your face, boom, ball. Smart. Great job. Good execution. All right, so now we're in pistol look. Back to 11 personnel. Okay, looks like you got traditional flood, just from a different look out of pistol play action. All right, so let's draw it up. So flood, okay, vertical release. Got to take the corner with him. Okay, typically a 10 to 15 yard out. Okay, and then whoever's from the backfield, back, tight end, whoever it is, okay, will be the third option. So it's going to be the back out from the fake off of play action. So again, I like to read it deep to short. It's 1st and 10. Might as well read it that way. You got a little bit of time out from play action. Okay, that's going to be your second read in the progression. This is your third read in the progression. And again, Julian's really good at getting to that third read in the progression. So you'll see, and they run a post with Carnell because they're trying to take the shot. You can see his eyes are there. Okay, love the thought process. Okay, he gets to the number 2. Linebacker's able to run underneath it. Okay, get it to your check down. Got plenty of room to work with. So it looks like we got cover 6. You got 2 in the boundary. So you got 2 here in the boundary, and then you're playing quarters here. He's going to play 2. He's going to play 1. Backer should be able to get underneath, pushing the hook curl. You got nobody on the back. You got a mic run through. That's why you got nobody on the back. So that's a win for the play call. Back end view, don't need to check it out too much. Yeah, just ball protection off of play action. Okay, so a different look. Okay, we got pistol. Okay, these 2 guys are on the line of scrimmage. So tight end's covered up. Okay, you got your third. So that's you got a tight end and a wing. So almost a 3-by-1 look, but now you're in a pistol look. So you've got your 4th receiver here in the pistol look. So typically that's an unbalanced look. So we're going outside zone. Probably want to see how they're going to line up to it. Okay, defensively you got a 52 look, so 50 front. Okay, looks like we got to walk down. This is your strong safety. Up over 2. You got corner on 1. You got corner backside. Okay, same look in the box. So typically you should have numbers. So we're going outside zone. Okay, I should be pulling, or I should be reaching. If I'm covered, I reach. If not, I'm going to climb. Okay, but I got to take 3 bucket steps before I climb, just in case anybody were to show. Again, we'll take a look from the back end view too. And we're going lead with the tight end. So it looks like eyes are on the linebacker here. Okay, I want to take the path of least resistance to get to him. Don't know if we do that. That's why the Mike linebacker is very easily able to play over top of this, because that's his responsibility. So if he's going to run outside, my guess is I should probably run outside with it to kick it out. So maybe my back could go underneath it. See what I mean? So if he's going to play that more over top, tight end should be here. Okay, we're good out wide. Okay, ball should get out there. Okay, and if he's able to reach this guy, good. Ball gets to the hash and numbers and sidelines. Okay, if not, and it gets kicked out, I can go underneath it. But we're still good here. And then I'm one-on-one here with your safety. So he's just got to make a play. He makes a damn good play. Yeah, so we're reaching. I'm covered. Latch on. Uncovered. Okay, take 3 steps. Okay, then I'm climbing. Same thing here. Covered. Okay, if I can overtake and help my buddy, that's great. Communicate it, and then center can climb. Okay, backside, I should be scooping, trying to get inside of this. Okay, tight end. Path leaves resistance to 30. Okay, if he's going to bump in then out, then I've got to follow that out. Great job here by climbing. We're uncovered, so I'm climbing. Good job backside. Okay, up front, we're good. Tight end just has to get to 30. Has to get to the mic. Stutter step. See you, bitch. Man, what a great run. Only a freshman. Back to GY counter. So 12 personnel. We're in 2x2. Okay, you got... Actually, I'm sorry. That's 13 personnel. So you got 1 tight end, 2 tight end, 3 tight end. Okay, 2x2. So you got 2 receivers here, 2 here. So that's a 2x2 set just from a different look. 13P. Taking the one-on-one shot to Jeremiah. Never a bad call. So it looks like this is an RPO. Because you got GY counter. And if you got the one-on-one shot, check it to Jeremiah. 10 out of 10 times you want to pull that trigger. G lead. All right, let's look at it from the back end view. So we're going to short motion. All right, so G lead is my favorite red zone concept if you're back and hit it the right way. So G lead is everyone play side down. I got to be down hard inside. Okay, can't give any space up. Okay, guard to the play side. So G lead, your guard's pulling the kick inside shoulder of the in man of the line of scrimmage. So in this situation, okay, you got guard, tackle, tight end. Okay, you got a really, really wide 9. Okay, you're pulling to kick him. But these guys really got to win inside. Can't let them run over top. Okay, we're motioning here the tight end. Okay, he's going to lead up to 25. That's G lead. Okay, just G, your G scheme, it's just your guard pulling the kick, but this is G lead, so you've got someone leading inside of that. Everything backside, we've got a scoop. Can't get beat inside. We got a scoop. Everyone's got a scoop. Let's just see how we went inside. Okay, we're short motion. Ball snapped. Pulling a kick. Everyone play side looks good. Pull to kick. I don't know if I don't like the tight end's path. Okay, so if we pause this, guard should be pulling the kick 8. I should be right up inside of it to 25. Yep, we're wrong here. Just don't think we hit it up the right way unless this is just power or short power. But based on everybody else, this is G lead. I think we just flip responsibilities for whatever reason. Yeah, I think if guard is able to pull the kick there, we get more movement, which gives your back a lot more space to work with. Yeah, I mean, you can see the wall that's been created. Just basic outside zone. Hoping to get the box, everyone inside of the box. Hoping you can cut it back with over pursuit. We do try to cut it back with over pursuit. That's typically the goal when you run it down here. Michigan just pursues really well. Linebacker takes a really good path. Nowhere really to go there. I think it's just a win on the defense. They play it well. Go from the back end view there. So it looks like we're going everyone down. It looks like back side of it. Okay, we should be scoop. Okay, looks like we're kicking and then leading. Okay, you do have a bubble here. By bubble, look at. So this is your guard tackle, heavy tackle. So your unbalanced tackle. Okay, uncovered. Okay, ball, you probably want to try and hit it there. He should be a little bit tighter. I think alignment-wise, we're too wide. So you give a lot of space to work with. I think if we're tighter here, okay, we have that bubble to work with. We're able to hit it inside. See how much space you're giving up. You're giving up a little bit of daylight. You're able to give 25 a little bit of wiggle room to work with to make a play potentially. And he's able to stalemate it. Just a bad, lost his footing. Not a great QB sneak. All right, so we start in 2x2. We're in 11 personnel again. Front wise, Michigan's in the same. So not really changing up their look. So we motion out the tight end. I'm sure game plan wise, you'll see that both linebackers, okay, will adjust. They're kicking out of the box. So I would hope later in the game we see that. you run some type of run scheme inside to it. Obviously, game plan wise, they knew a screen was coming. Smartly so. Okay, looks like you're getting cover 6 again. You'll see he's gaining depth here to the sideline. Okay, he's going to play the flat. Okay, you got quarters reading 2. Okay, reading 1. I mean, as the ball is thrown, if you want to count it, you got 1, 2, 3. Okay, on 2. Okay, one of these guys should make a play with the safety coming to clean it up. So that's a good read by your D. Game plan wise, they understood the assignment there. All right, 2 by 2. You got 12 personnel, so you've got tight end out wide. Okay, and in the slot. I'm sorry, that's a receiver at number 1. Michigan still at a 50 front, 5-2 box. What do we have? Slide RPO on. So it looks like he's coming down inside. He's going for the corner. You got a slide RPO, so you're reading a man line scrimmage. Let's see what it looks like from the back end view. Okay, we're going to pair it with GT counter. And we should be back here with the center. Guard should be down. I should be down here. Okay, you got a 0. Okay, a 4-eye, and then I would count this as a 4-eye, so tackle should be down on the 4-eye. Guards pulling to kick the wide 5. Okay, tackle up through to the wheel to 23. Okay, we should be reading this wide 9 here. So just based on his initial reaction, okay, we should be giving it. They do bring a pressure here from the field. Okay, so we're outnumbered on the snap with the pressure. Okay, we block it up well, though. I mean, look at that wall. Look at that wall created to be able to pull the kick, pull the lead, and that should come up through. Yeah, you got the hole there. We just didn't latch on a 17 backside. He's able to come over top and make the play. Pressure also lands and gets there. All right, 3 by 1. You got a different look here. What is it, third down, I'm assuming? Yep. All right, so you got a pressure look. You got a sim pressure. They only bring 4, so that's a safe look pressure. Cover 6 again. You got 2 here to the boundary on Jeremiah into the field. You're just running quarters. High State runs, what is that, all curls? Curl. I would call that curl flat. That's Hank. All right, so Ines is here on the flat, getting to the flat. Okay, you've got your curl. You got your middle set curl. Backside, you got the curl. Okay, it looks like running any type of vertical release here is going to be dead based on the first pick because they've got him in bump and run here and we don't adjust to it. So you want to start with the middle read. You don't like it. Yeah, if you don't like it, you got a 2-way go. You can go to the field or go to the boundary just based on numbers and your feel and look. Okay, so I would assume just based on pre-snap, you got a cover 2 look. You want to probably think that's dead. He's able to cap the curl. So you want to move to the other side of the field, smartly so by Julian here. Works the field. Finds the curl that sits right on the hash. It's a great route, though. Carnell's so good at finding space and knowing when he needs to get his head around. Okay, he knows he's going to have a safety coming down on him in the quarters because he ends up being the number 2 receiver, so he knows he's going to catch the ball and get hit pretty quick. Corner is the one that ends up making the play. But good execution again. Right, protection-wise, they're going just bob it. They're bobbing it. So I should vertical set, take the end man, vertical set. Okay, take this 3 tech. Okay, vertical set, look at 23. If he leaves, I'm looking backside. Okay, I should be taking the 3, wide 9. Beautiful. All really good stuff. That's great protection. All right, so GY counter. Okay, now you'll see that Michigan's adjusted. Now they're in their base 4-man front. They got a 2 high setting. Traditional Mike and Will. So they started the game in the 50 front. Any RPOs on? We're running jet motion. So if we're in 2x2, tight ends off. Number 1's off. So both these guys have to be on the line of scrimmage. So defensively, you should communicate that somebody's covered up. Typically, a run's going to go. Typically, in this look, you're going to get a run. So your linebackers can be more run fillers. So if that's communicated well enough. So you just get GY Calder. Oh, yeah. I guess I'm yawning. Is that the strong safety comes down to make the play? Yep. Based on that reaction, have a couple shots ready to go. Boom. Downhill now. All right, let's draw it up real quick. So we got GY counter. Okay, we're going to be back on the 3. Hard block. Okay, should be down on the 2I. I should be down. Nobody shows, so gap down cloud. So if I'm down, nobody shows, then I'm climbing to the backside backer. Pulling a kick. Okay, the wide 5. Okay, tight end. Again, longer path. Pulling the lead to 30. Okay, you can do whatever you want with this guy. Read it. Let him go. Okay, we're going to step and hinge, backside with our tackle. Good step and hinge, really good, really far inside. Center's good, backside. Center's good, backside. Don't let him fight over top, get your head across. Guard's good so far. Good, we climb to the backside backer. We pulled a kick. Tight end, adjust to it, that's great. So Michigan wrong arms it. So when you wrong arm it, typically you have to log it just based on his alignment when he tries to wrong arm it. So tight end does a really good job of getting outside of the wrong arm. Okay, you got a receiver here to help clean up any flat support here. Whoever's playing the flat. Tight end gets to the front side backer. Carnell is able to get the force player. I mean, pretty good execution. All right, so you have 2x1, you got 11 personnel. You got a pistol right look. Defensively, okay, you got your 4-2. Okay, looks like you got a mic pressure that's on. Nickel's getting a 2. Looks like you got some type of zone lead ISO. Any RPOs on? Alright, so a couple of different RPOs are on. So we have glance backside. Okay, you're gonna read weak safety. Okay, looks like you have free access hitches. Okay, if you have the space to work with, throw it out there. But you'll see post snap that whoever this is, nickel. I would assume it's nickel's getting out to 2. Corner's over top of 1. Okay, you'll see that weak safety doesn't come down hard on it, so that's going to be a run read. Yep. So the ball should be handed. All right, let's see how we block it up. See what the concept is first. Looks like basic mid-zone. So we're going mid-zone left. Okay, again, typically you're going to kick that out in mid-zone. Same thing here with your 3. Okay, if you can't get to the outside shoulder, you're going to drive it, okay, horizontally. Same thing here. I should probably climb to the will. I'm up on the 2I. Okay, I should be climbing here to the backside linebacker. Okay, looks like we're mid-zone lead. Okay, he's going to lead to help clean anything up. Okay, if not, he can get his eyes backside for backside support. They've got two guys in B gap, which is odd. So two guys in B gap screws us up here. If you see this happen, if you as a tight end, if you know that the ball is going this in this direction, okay, we're locked up here, okay, with the 3, I should probably climb and get to the next level knowing where the ball's going to go. But he engages. 77 is not able to get off of it. So, you can just tack that one as miscommunication. What down is it? 3rd and 6. So looks like Michigan's going to line up in base. So you should have some type of 3-step concept. Okay, you got to come back here to the field. Long throw. You got cover 2 here into the boundary. You got quarters here, looks like, to the field. So knowing in quarters, if you get a vertical release from 1, corner's going to lock up, so it's going to turn into man. Same here with 2. So if 2 is going to go vertical, okay, he's going to latch on to 2. And then he'll be a zoned off defender. Backside. So it looks like we have a comeback here. Looks like we're working in the middle of the field. Backside, we have a dig. And then this is your check down release here. You got a lead block for your check down if it gets to that point. Good execution. I mean, that's a great read. It looks like we're starting with the comeback just based on eyes. He likes the look that he's getting from the defender. So, ball's out on time. That's great stuff. If you get to an S, looks like you can get to it after he clears. He clears the nickel. He's got space to work with, so you can throw this here inside. Don't really know if Michigan's doing a great job of reroutes or being able to be really sticky in coverage. You've got guys running open everywhere. Like backside, they're in cover 2 on Jeremiah, and he's still able to run free. Check the protection. So it looks like we're in half slide here to the field. So tackle C gap, guard B gap, center A gap. Okay, we're Bob backside. Guard should be on the 3. Tackle's on the 5. Okay, backs out in the route. Tight ends here to release. So any 6 rusher would be on the Q. I mean, it's up front really good. Not a lot of stunts, not a lot of games, which I'm very surprised so far. If you watch Ohio State film, that's what they struggle with, and Wink looks like didn't really care to go with any of those games to get them to miscommunicate. But when those aren't thrown at the Ohio State offensive line, they execute. Technique looks good. No issues on my part. Let this one play out a couple times. To me, that's like shallow cross. So you've got your post here from Carnell, and S here is going to be on your shallow cross. And it looks like Jeremiah's running your post in the shallow cross. So you want to read safety typically when you run that. So if he's going to play over top of the cross, you want to hit the dig when he gets to the middle of the field. Okay, if he's going to come top down here on the dig, you want to throw that deep. Let's see how it plays out. So over top of the dig. Okay, corner's kind of sticky right now. Jeremiah runs with it. Okay, after that, usually when you get to the cross, and you can see that the mic's going to drive down the cross. Okay, it looks like this is going to be your check down, and then you also have your check down to the back. Probably depending on where his eyes are. So his eyes are finishing to the field. This will be your check down to the field. So again, great execution by your quarterback here. don't want to focus too much more on pass pro. They're doing a hell of a job. Michigan's not running a lot of games, so it's going to get boring. Here you just half slide to the field. You'll see center's got A, guard's got B. He's got his inside hand free. Just really good stuff up front. And you'll notice that their leverage is so much better. They're sitting their ass down. Their feet a little bit of outside the shoulders. I mean, look at that. I love it. Pass pro isn't passive. Ooh, we got G kick scheme. Haven't seen that from Ohio State a lot. That's probably their 5 up, their 50 look, which would hit if you've got a wide 9 to your tight end. Yeah, so they end up on the snap in a 5 up or in a 50 look. So again, we'll talk about it and walk through it here. So tight end should be here on the 7 technique. Okay, tackle down on the 3. Okay, I'm pulling to kick the wide 9. Back should be up underneath it, and then backside again we should be scooping here. So we should climb to 30. So center right now has to climb to 30. I'm scooping the backside 2I. And tackle should scoop here as well. I can just tell now we're not going to be able to get to the mic. So with Michigan's in a slant, so center, rightly so. Now guard's got to tackle's got to climb, tight end's down on it, pulling the kick still. Yeah, we just didn't get to it. Damn. I mean, if you're able to get to the mic, he's taken care of right now. Boom. 1-on-1 with safety. GT counter again from a sprint out look. So it looks like we checked to the scheme here based on 30, their mic walking up. So with the 5 up look, with the mic walked up, it looks like a 5 up look. So GT counter again is good to that scheme. You're adding two players to the run side. So we should be down with the tackle, down with the guard. Backside here with your center, having to get back to the 3. Guard, pull the kick, tight end up through. Okay, because if you're able to get up through, look how far that their will is tucked here to the field. So he's more over the center. You got to take care of 1, 2 guys. Actually, it's not even 2 guys. You got to take care of this guy, and your pull to lead should be looking inside out with nobody back here to play it. So if it gets out there, you got the numbers and you got the space to work with. They're just not able to. So this double here should climb to the backside backer. Center gets beat. So if center doesn't get beat over top, his step is really flat because he assumes he's going to try to follow the guard and run with it. But he plays over the top, so that's a really good move here by your defender. And he blows it up. Back to the 5 up look. Coverage wise, let's take a look too. It's an odd look. Looks like your corner is playing more of a cover 2 look, letting this go, but you got a 1 high setting, so it looks like you got traditional, I would say 3 match. So even if you look over here, you've got the shot to take over to here. It's wide ass open. Just trying to look at the coverage. And he's playing this like he's going to be a cover 2 player. I'm sorry, cover 2 safety. And you should have that. If they're going to play it like that, and he's going to play the flat, you should have someone else from this level here running to play the deep half over there. It looks like we just don't get to it. But you got the double move on from Jeremiah, so it doesn't matter. Pass pro here. Yeah, he's running like a cover 2 safety, so someone messed up to their boundary, but you got a 5-up call. So we should be big on big, do a really good job. Oop, they run a stunt. Do we pass it off? So if you want to take a look here at your center and your left guard, okay, we're going to be down inside, and he's going to come over top. Hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder. Pass it off to 75. He comes over top. I'm coming off. Everybody else wins their one-on-ones. That's beautiful. All right, so we've got GY counter, free access RPOs on. So free access RPO here, free access RPO here. Okay, he's in a man look, honestly. Call it again. Oh, he does. Okay, so they got the vertical release there. Okay, you got the 5-up look here. So it looks like Michigan wanted to be in the 50 front versus Ohio State. You're never going to go wrong throwing it to those two. You got the look. He's bailing post-snap corner is, so you want to throw that. Looks like we're going same side. Yep, same side counter, which takes a little bit longer to develop, but perfectly fine. So let's draw it, counter again. Center, back on the 3. Okay, guard. Down on the shade. Okay, I should be down inside to climb. Same thing here for my tight end. I should be down inside. Okay, with the tight end, with the D in that as in more of a 5 technique. Okay, with your tackle here on any gap scheme, you can have a combo here, a combo call. Okay, whatever that is, you can combo that. Then you guys can climb. So then your guard will just be one-on-one down here, which he was beforehand, but you typically want to double this and then climb with it. Guard, pull to kick. Okay, and then tight end up through it to the mic. And then tackle, step and hinge. Okay, it's a hard block because he's a 3 tech, so tackle's got to really get inside of that. Turns into a double with the center back on it too. So tackle, looks like tackle and tight end do not double team it. I don't know why we're climbing to the guy we're going to pull to lead to. I should be here. Pull to kick that. Tight end up through to the mic. All right, next concept. Our next play. $50 front again. Now you're in a 2 high, middle of the field open. What's the down and distance? 2nd and 1. Good. You got 3-step off play action. So to me, this is your 4 verts. This is just basic 4 verts. Cover 6. So you've got 2 over here. Okay, you got 4 over here. So he's going to be vertical, vertical. So corner's going to be on 1. Safety's going to be on 2. Backside, he's going to be your flat player over top of it. Okay, this guy should be curl. So he's going to try to reroute this, but he gets inside of the reroute. Safety's so far on the other hash. That's why there's a lot of space to work with here. And he's able to see it so well because of this right here. Again, you can't tip your hat enough to the offensive line. So safety has to play on top of this because he's the cover 2 safety. So anything in breaking, he can break on, but he's got to do it cautionally, if that's even a word. He's got to be really cautious. So Julian sees they're outnumbered. Okay, we're going to go full slide into the boundary. I love that. Actually, I'm sorry, 4-man slide, not full slide. So he checks a 4-man. So everyone will be gapped to the call side. Tackle's going to be out. Back's going to be on the linebacker. Tight end's out in the route. Back does a really good job. Doing a lot better job. I can't talk. When he's getting to contact, okay, having a really good leverage. He's sitting his ass down. He keeps running his feet on contact. So Julian's feet looked a little weird there. Yeah, you see that little stutter step? It's typically not like him. So his hip's not all, because of the stutter, this right hip's not able to get all the way around. I think that's why that ball kind of floats on him a little bit. But again, you can't complain. All right, 2x1 pistol. What are we going? Split zone. Okay, so front side, you have free access, relief RPO hitches. Okay, those are canceled pre-snap just based on alignment. We're going split zone up front. You got a condensed cut from your receiver here, trying to dig anything inside out. Okay, we should be back here. Everyone else is zone steps to the call side. Yep, digging anything out from Carnell. That's a great job. Corner goes away. I'm climbing to the backer. It's almost like a push crack feel to it. So split zone. Okay, tackles 1-on-1 with 5. Okay, we can double this here. These two here can double climb. Okay, guard should be on the backside 3. Okay, I should be climbing here. I'm uncovered, so I should climb to the second level. Tight end's going to be back in to kick it. It's a really good job with the pressure. So end's going to be, he's going to try to fight inside. Okay, tackle can feel it and read it. So then tight end's on the backer who's trying to scrape over top of it. Honestly, our call beats their call in this situation. They've got 2 guys in C gap. Tackle wins, guard. Tackle wins, guard center. Knock back on the combo. I love that. We're going to watch that. We'll talk about it. So we're supposed to combo. These two had the call to combo. Okay, with him, with that technique going away. Okay, then he's going to rock back inside to help. And then he's going to climb. That's beautiful from 75. That's great offensive line play. Hold on, I got to record this. All right, what do we got here? 12 personnel, 2x2. You got, looks like tight end in the slot. Actually, that's a receiver. Keep getting confused. What's the down and distance? We got 1st and 10. Michigan again, 50 front. looks like basic flood. Okay, let's draw this thing out. Looks like, actually not flood, I'm sorry. Looks like wide cross. Okay, you got mandatory outside release vertical. Looks like we're going to help in here. Okay, with protection, and then we should be and fall out. Okay, but with the protection, looks like we stay in it. Okay, backside cross. Okay, backside dig. Okay, you want to start here. 1. Okay, to 2. Okay, 3, and then 4. See where it gets him, yeah, because his eyes, you can see, are on the weak safety. Okay, so the weak safety plays that over top. Cross should be able to come in front of it. Oops. Looks like we just have got too high setting. Yeah, we're coming across with it. So it looks like quarters. So it looks like the wheel's on the back. Okay, the mic's gonna carry with the 2. So the slot's not able to beat him on the crosser. So you get eyes backside to the dig. Oof. Hit the dig, big dog. So taken away. Okay, not able to beat the route. Coming across. Ball should be coming out on the hash now. Again, probably just a missed opportunity there. Protection-wise, we're half slide the field. Any issues? You don't see him. We're Bob with 77 and 70. We're good, good, good. Montgomery does a good job of passing it off. It's going inside, pass it off. Someone's coming outside of it. Beautiful. Protection, good. I think we stick on it too long from Julian's aspect. So you can see here, based on that, okay, he's able to cut it inside and play it really well. So then, boom, my eyes should be coming over here. Looks like our eyes don't get there. So I put that one on the quarterback. Michigan again in 50 look. Changing it up a little bit. They have been dropping their ends, I've noticed. See here, it looks like they're bringing their wheel backside. So you'll see on the snap that they're wide 9. It looks like it's going to be a flat player. Basic screen. Done a quick screen of the back. Here. We should come outside of that from Carnell. Ball should get outside of it. So Carnell gets confused. He's getting beat outside, so we should be driving that to the sideline. Probably go up underneath it, depending on where he's playing it. So if he plays it outside, okay, follow outside and meet him to the sideline. So it looks like tight end, the slot just gets beat. And it screws everything else up. Actually, those are 2 tight ends. So our slot there is a tight end. I got to get better with numbers. So 86. Who's that? Claire. Claire gets beat. He stays with it. I won't even chalk that up as getting beat. Like I said, if he's playing it outside, just rip and run outside. Let Claire take care of that. Let him take him to the sideline. So Tate should just keep running outside of it. So your knife concept. So this is a good short yardage when you know you're going to get man. Good 3rd and medium getting into the red zone. So he's going to take an outside release. Okay, we're going to run a slant right inside of it. It's almost like a pick play. Trying to read the coverage here. Looks like base cover 4, so safety's got to come down hard over 2. They're getting way too much space. Don't know if I like to call it defensively there. They're just trying to play base, thinking they're going to get a 3 or 5 step. Let pressure get there, but we run pretty much a man concept, quick hitting concept. Good execution. Good call. Sprint GY counter to the back. I love this call. So you're going to motion the back out. I'll draw it up. When I was in high school and as an OC, I ran this. I love this concept. So backs here. Obviously, as a tell as a defense, you want to alert that. You got 2 backs in there, so it looks like we're in 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight end. Okay, here's your tight end. Okay, we're going counter, so pull to kick, tight end, pull to lead. Backs here, we're going act like we're going sprint out. So you're going to get everyone should be running to the sideline with it. Okay, ball should be going into the back, going this way. Up underneath it, beautiful. So it should be down here. Down here on the, sorry, can't get it to pause. Jesus. So it should be down here, down, backside, pull to kick, pull to lead, step and hinge, back gets the ball up through one-on-one with safety. Oh, what a climb from 67 here. We're doubling the 3. 51 overtakes. Boom, climb to the second level. That's beautiful.